Okay. Well, let's have everyone who hasn't roll a d20 to get started on this week's question. Which is... If your character was granted a single use of wish, what would they use it for? But last time you did a little bit of a shopping session with a little bit of RP. You bought some stuff. You expanded your house and tried to get it warded down with your sage and abalone shell. You kind of talked about where you wanted to go next. You thought about what is happening in the moment and discussed that you will probably take some time to settle into Waterdeep, where you'll just get your bearings realigned and decide where to go to next after that. And as you were discussing this, Katla decided to check on the Lady Rione, where you had left her in a bedroom. She was very... well, actually, she wasn't sick anymore. She was gravely injured in the fight in Baldur's Gate, but you healed her, and doing so kept her unconscious. So Katla was going to go up and check on her, and found that she was gone, and she left very little sign of her being there at all. All that was left was a single coin that didn't look like any kind of currency that is used around here, and also a pair of these bracers that seem to give the ability to teleport short distances. And Katla took the coin down to the rest of the group, where it was identified as a soul coin, the currency in the Hells, where a soul coin is essentially a person's soul in metal form. These things are traded and sold and all kinds of moving around in the Nine Hells. So that is kind of a conundrum that you had to face right off the bat. And then oh my gosh, as Vasid was kind of you doing his normal wandering around old man stuff, he looked out the window and said that there was a familiar face. Khalas inquired about that comment and looked out the window to see the woman that you had seen in Waterdeep, or not, Baldur's Gate, commanding demons. And she was just casually outside, getting out of a carriage that was being driven by another person that you had seen before in Waterdeep itself. And a bit of panic came over the group, as they don't know why this person's here, and why is it so casual that she is just hanging around in Waterdeep. And you decided to ward off the house and keep it safe. Also send one of Braz's little inventions over to do some scouting. And not shortly after all this had been decided, the woman decides to pay a visit, and everyone hid. Not the best hiding, but hiding was happening. And she briefly spoke to the butler of the house about being introduced to the people who lived here. He did his best to persuade her that no one was there, and she left to return to her carriage and driver. And so a bit of panic happened, wondering what was going on. Khalas, Brasz, and Vasid decided to go down to the Temple of Tyr and work out what is wrong with Vasid's senile self, seeing what is going on with him. And then he had a lot of issues with entering the temple itself, and he just kind of like seemed like something was steering him away from the temple. And then once you got there, he very much resisted going inside, and so a high priest was brought out of the temple to check on Vasid, and when a cure was suggested for the high priest to perform, Vasid had some kind of breakdown in front of the temple, nearly falling down the steps. And this was quite alarming, as how is he to be cured of this issue if he is unable to be addressed with that issue? And that is where we left off. But we'll see what happens next right after questions. So, starting with Katla, if your character was granted a single use of wish, what would they use it for?
Katla would wish for the ability to control like when and what her fire damage is, like the ability to be like, I want it to damage this person, but not this other person standing right next to them, type of level of control. And that's because like she was kind of run out of her hometown, more or less, not like fully run out, but like a little bit socially run out because of this lack of control. So like control's kind of like a key thing for her, whether it's through like an intentional lack of control, where she very much is like just kind of a wild card, and that's kind of intentional, kind of spiteful towards herself, self-destructive, if you will, versus like sometimes like she oscillates wildly between that and like severe overcompensation of control. So that level of precision would soothe her anxieties and her self-destructive tendencies.
Okay. Next up is Khalas.
That's me. Whoops. I really have the wrong image on. What was the question?
If your character
Wish?
Yeah. What would you wish for?
Wish for Vasid to be back to how he was. Back to, his usual, not elderly self. I mean, he was old, but like, in his mid-50s, late 50s.
For him to be in his right mind.
Yeah. That's what she'd wish for.
Okay. Next up is Brasz.
So he's sad, but she'd wish for her mom to be alive again so that her sister has a mom.
God damn.
Not for her to have her mom again, but for her sister to have a mom.
Well, her sister's gonna live a lot longer than her, so.
I hate you. She told me that earlier. I shut her light off and slammed her door as I left.
Wow.
Guryev.
A whole wish?
One wish.
I wish we would die.
Wish for silence. Just ever.
Just let the old man have his silence.
I'd wish to be in a mountain all on my own.
I wish I could cast silence as a cantrip.
Non-verbally. Just snap my fingers.
Yeah.
That would be so passive aggressive all the time.
It would be
Or just
very Guryev.
Just make
Yeah.
it like a zip it, like the zip it, like fingers across your lips. And just
Remember how you had cast silence at the start of Baldur's Gate Destruction? That sure was fun to deal with, and we couldn't hear anything.
what did I? In the worst one was in the tavern, when everyone was like, "Ah!" I think freaked out.
Yeah. Good
It
times.
just suddenly went quiet.
I think that would be a great use for Wish. Unlimited power in the form of silence.
But actually, wish. Probably to know where his sister went, or is.
Guryev has a sister?
Brasz has a sister?
Guryev has a sister?
Yes. Guryev has a younger sister, younger brother. Dad and Mom is dead. The other three are unknown.
Dad. And I thought you had a brother,
Yes.
but I didn't know about the sister. Neat.
That's a big family. No wonder he wants silence.
No wonder he ran away.
Guryev was a perfectly normal person until he was responsible. Until his brother got sold into slavery, his sister got shipped off back to the elf city, and his dad went off looking for his brother.
Weren't
Wait,
we
what?
just in the elf city?
Yes.
Are you secretly looking for your sister?
No. But he would like to know
Why not?
if she's still alive.
Yeah, I was like, I thought maybe this was like an undercover thing that you were doing on the side.
I mean,
That's the real reason he went and talked to the cops.
yeah. I mean,
It's true. He got into a position where you can't talk to the cops.
I guess we're trying to metagame. No, she. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what city it was. Yeah, you basically just had. It was either Neverwinter or somewhere like near the Evermoors, like up in the.
Oh, can you mute yourself in Roll20? I was trying to figure out why it was echoing.
There.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah.
Delta.
I feel like Guryev kind of stole mine a little bit because Delta's like would be to like be able to remember what happened to her family so that she could go find them. But out of all that she has remembered so far, she doesn't know. Like, they left her dad in the Isles, and her mom disappeared, and her sister, like, was off doing something, and then she ended up at the orphanage when her mom disappeared. So she kind of lost touch with her sister. But also she knows that she has a lot of memories missing. So, yeah.
We might get to family business soon-ish.
I like how Maggie's mic sounds like we're a GoPro inside of like underwater or something.
Picking it up and setting it back down. I'm on mute. It used to be like in a stand thing, and I didn't want to put it in that anymore.
Oh, is that my mic that you broke?
Yeah, I broke it more. The rubber band snapped.
Good thing I don't care about it.
I honestly, the reason I didn't bother to tell you is because you already said you didn't care.
Jeez, I hand you my stuff and you just break it.
In my defense, the legs should not have broken. That was manufacturing error. That was not my fault. I was trying to twist the entire base, and the leg snapped. The rubber band
Abusive.
snapping is just, it's very old, and then it snapped the plastic when it snapped.
Sure.
I think it was not in my hand when it broke. Anyway.
All right. So you are right now. You are just kind of scattered around Waterdeep a bit. You haven't really started your 30-day time in Waterdeep yet. So you are just kind of at a point where you can decide what to do next. We ended with Katla, Khalas, and Brasz helping Vasid at the Temple of Tyr. And the High Priest suggested to come back in a day or two for information what he might think that something is wrong with Vasid. So if you want to continue from there, we can start off with, because Brasz went to the library in the temple. We can have some rolls there.
Yeah, she didn't see the meltdown happen.
But I mean, let's do with Brasz what Brasz is doing in the library.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you know, setting things on fire.
Oh God. Please not this church. Not this temple. I'm fine if you go to the Raven Queen temple and do that.
No, Brasz isn't setting things on fire. She is looking into fiery things, though.
So what are you researching? What are you looking for? Looking up?
Well, mainly she's gonna be looking for like in general demon things about demons, because this the lady they were dealing with really seemed to get along with them, so she wanted to see if she could find anything about her through demons in general. Because what is she gonna look up? Goth lady? Like scary goth lady that's trying to kill us?
It's a start.
Well, you do have a name that the butler gave you.
It's true.
Did I write it down? Or did I forget to do that?
I wrote it down on a napkin, and then I moved it to another paper, but then I had to clean my desk because there were a shit ton of ants, so...
We killed them. We slaughtered them and all of their children.
The ants?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Not just
Praise be.
the men, but the women and the children as well.
Yes. not just the mother, but the sisters and all of the sisters and the other sisters and the sisters of the sisters. Because they were not big enough. They were not big enough to have men in their colony.
I wrote down Orcus, but I did not write down her name. Do you like how I completely
I do not. I have not written down anything.
I mean, it was a nice transition.
You want my
'cause
random
we went from talking about killing ants to Orcus. Also, killing ants.
No, Orcus is something else, is the thing. Orcus is a demon lord.
That's what Mike Tyson
Yes.
says.
Orchith.
But the name is not important.
We're
These are
serious.
notes. Important NPC names.
Okay, so I have
Ralvern.
marinade ideas for frozen chicken.
Oh,
And also
Delicious.
Ardors.
Ardors. Yeah.
And Butler Quills with a Z.
Well, Ralvern was the suspicious hot bearded man who kept
And
popping
that's
up.
the guy, yeah.
Yeah, who was with Ardors.
I'm
You
so
say
glad we got the most
hot-bearded
important things
man?
down.
That's what the notes say. Suspicious hot bearded man who keeps popping up.
And Ardors is scared off baby.
And Ardors, yeah. And Orcus is a demon lord of lore. I don't know. And then I have in my notes Orleo. Don't know why that's important. That's not
Well,
important.
Oreos.
Here's the thing. Brass is canonically just bad with names. Can I just roll to see if she remembers it?
Sure.
What should I roll?
More rolls, more fun. You can roll a history check. See if you
All right.
remember.
I'm just impressed you're not making her roll with disadvantage. Which
Why
I
would
am
you say that?
Because I'm a little bitch.
She's a
I'm really
bitch.
bad at this. Can I roll to see if I'm good?
Not good. Just it's a 50-50
Clearly,
toss-up if she remembers your
doesn't
name.
The fact that it's a +4 and you still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like maybe it was like a arbors, like it had something to do with trees, or like more doors, something to do with like many doors. I don't really remember exactly what the
Odor.
name was. Holding a door or something like that.
And then she's gonna look up orcas and gonna learn about whales.
She's gonna look into like I don't know, demon hierarchies or something like that, mainly. Or like if there's some kind of prophecy about demons, like and if she comes across a name that looks vaguely familiar, she might focus on it.
Okay, roll religion for that.
Alright. If roll 20 will be nice to me,
Niet.
Denied.
apparently.
Jinx.
Oh, of
Hey.
course.
Okay, yeah, so seems like the Temple of Tyr is a good place to look up for demons, being as they actively fight them quite a bit, searching for them in their religious conquest of making the righteous rise above the evils of the land. And you know, or you read up that demons come from the abyss, which is different from devils. They come from the nine hells. The demons are just like everyone that is killed is sent there, and it's kind of like a dark prison where they all fight amongst themselves for power and to try to escape the abyss to terrorize other planes of existence. There's a rift between the nine hells and the abyss that's constantly open, where the two sides just fight over getting out and ruling. And this is called the Blood War. And since when you kill a demon or devil, they are sent back to their home plane, this war is endless. It will continue until time stops. And one thing to note about demons that are very different from devils is they cannot be commanded. A lot of people try and bring them to the material plane through summoning or some kind of ritual, or just like a portal from that plane to the abyss. To control them, they think that they can harness their power, wreak havoc, steal life from these demons. And every single time this has happened in this recorded history, something has gone terribly wrong because demons cannot be controlled. They are inherently chaotic. They do not make deals. They do not reason. They don't think that they have anything to get out of where they're at, because they are just pure evil chaos. And this contradicts what you are looking up, because you saw this woman commanding these demons, and they were, to the best extent of the word, organized. You did see, like, in the armory, they were just, like, wreaking havoc, tearing things up, and just, like, doing unorganized things. But they weren't fighting amongst themselves, and they were had a command to do a thing, to find the artifact. This is very irregular. It goes against what is written in this book, that demons cannot be controlled. They don't organize. They don't work together. They just kind of basically pure animalistic tendencies. So you are unsure of, like, this conflicts with the information that you have experienced. And through this research, you also learn some pretty interesting tech. Since you are an artificer, you find that you are able to glean some technical information out of this research and possibly upgrade your rolly turret if you spent the time and money to do so.
Sweet. Alright, well, I guess I have something to tell the people when I get back. Mission accomplished.
Check.
But you did not find anything about a woman controlling creatures, or of the description that you have in your head.
No, but I did find out that she is able to get them to organize somehow. That is good information.
Very good.
Very good.
Okay. Next, do we want to do Delta or the K names?
I'm trying to remember what Delta was doing. I know there was a reason that she didn't go. Oh, she was gonna go see the solicitor for some reason.
She was gonna solicit the solicitor?
No. It'll come to me.
Go visit Rever Zalbor.
Yeah. I just don't remember why.
Okay, while you're thinking, what are Katla and Khalas doing?
Kind of standing outside of the temple. The high priest, Sarathrir, the help. Khalas just turn to Katla and be like, I'm not sure what you have for the rest of the evening, but I may just head back to the estate and take the seed. Or maybe we could just follow him around and see where he goes. I don't know. But we probably want to wait for Brasz.
Following him might be a good idea. I don't know how much daylight we have left today, but perhaps we can try again in the morning. Just in case it's a long journey he wants to go on.
Sounds fair.
I'm trying to decide if I want to let on that we have a soul coin, or if I'm hesitant.
To the high priest?
Yeah. I don't know, I just feel like that might be something that's like frowned upon. Probably one.
Okay, well, if you want, we can just kind of speed things up a little bit. We can have Brasz get finished. It'll take some time with the intense research that she did to gather what she has. So if are Khalas and Katla gonna wait that whole time, or do they want to explore a little bit?
Are there any shops or restaurants nearby that
Oh
we
yeah.
Anything that smells really good.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to buy
By all
anything. She
means,
just
and
wants.
I'm currently craving focaccia bread, so that's
Oh.
just where my brain is, just following the scent of yeast.
Don't say that word out loud. Amanda will get jealous.
Gasha?
Bread.
Focaccia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda, that's the cheese bread.
You
Amanda loves
can.
all bread.
Who's got? What's your passive perception?
200.
God damn it. Keep trying to use sock. Not right. If only sock were here.
Oops.
Uh,
My passive is 15.
Can't read. There it is. I wasn't scrolling far enough. I was like, I feel like it's right here at the top. No, it's underneath that. 16.
Okay. So you're kind of waiting a while. Vasid is just kind of like out there. He found the bench to sit on, and he has recovered from his like bout of
Hysteria.
mental issues. And after his bit of headaches, sudden pain, and almost fall down steps, he's just like normal, kind of forgetting the immediate time that it was spent traveling here, and so he's just kind of like very neutral right now, just kind of like looking around, sitting on the bench and just waiting for someone to instruct him to go somewhere else. And so you're waiting like 30 minutes, getting close to 40 minutes. You kind of feel hungry, and Katla, you start to smell something very good. You start to smell like flour and ovens and a little bit of sugar. And you look down the street, and it looks like there's a bakery about 100 feet away.
Cinnamon.
Are we outside by ourselves, or is the priest with us still?
Oh, the priest went back
Oh
inside.
wait, you gave us those things.
Things?
Sending stones.
Yeah, we have sending
Things.
stones. So you have yours connected to Brasz, and I have mine connected to Deltas.
I'm gonna tell Brasz. Bakery down the road. deuces.
Did Brasz have one?
Yes,
can't
they gave him to him at the start of the last session
Okay.
because they like us.
Well, I was wondering because I was like, wait, Brasz is usually with Katla, so did we only have one, or did we both get one?
So-
yeah.
Usually you guys are together, but we swapped the connections because Delta and Khalas are usually together, but we've split up. So
Right. So we handed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Swaps,
Okay.
that makes sense. Yeah. So, bakery down the street, deuces. Khalas. Khalas. That smells absolutely delicious. Do you think the seed would want anything? And I'll go find something sweet and something savory.
Ooh.
And
yeah, let's. Do you think Brasz will be a minute?
she kind of gets in her own little world when she's learning something, figuring out new puzzles. So,
I see.
who's to say?
Yeah, let's go
I
and
don't know.
check out some of the shops. If you're smelling something delicious, Basid and I will follow. Basid, do you want to get a treat? Do you want to get a snack?
Ooh, that
Do you
sounds
want some
lovely.
ice cream?
Yeah, I think there's a gelato shop down the street.
I like soup.
Oh my god.
He'll get up and just like follow wherever you want to head.
You know, this just reminds me of that old lady says like potatoes. You want potatoes? That's a rock. Potatoes.
Rotate.
Potato.
Oh, Tate.
Treat. Treat? No treat.
Treat, no treat. Treat, no treat.
I had to check if Sophia was listening to you, but she's got her face tucked.
Well, there's a reason why I sent the meme without reciting the meme. Is
Yes,
the
doggo.
dog will hear me.
I can yell it through the door if you want.
She doesn't pay attention to you.
I know.
So yeah, we'll head to the bakery, I guess. That's what's Atlas smelling.
Okay.
I mean, if there's anything else along the way or after,
Right, yeah, that sounds good. Haven't really done any kind of shopping, and I'm sure everybody could enjoy a. Maybe we could get something to take back to the mansion. To the mansion. Wild. Yeah, to take back to the to the manor.
fucking rich people.
We should have brought a carriage and a butler.
Have the butler get the bread for us so we don't have to touch
Yeah.
it.
We're gonna have to carry it around.
Oh no.
So heavy.
Butler, get the bread, folks. Can't be touching that nasty bread with our hands.
God.
It's sticky. Yeah, it's called a sticky bun. It's still sticky.
Yeah, so you wander down through the crowd and find out that the spot that Katla smelled is a little shop on the corner called the Bush L.
Clever.
And it's got a few people coming in and out. It's a pretty small bakery. Looks like they have mostly breads, but some sweets as well. Small cakes and cookies.
Like, what kinds of cakes and cookies?
You can go in and find out.
Okay. Khalas is gonna go in and find out.
Okay, so you enter, and I want everyone to roll a d100.
Everybody?
Everybody?
Everyone.
Oh, okay.
I got a 2.
Hey, nice.
The bomb goes
Got
off
the
in the
better number.
You're very proud of yourself right now.
I am very proud of myself. Hey, you know, if you flip it on its side, you get my star sign.
You also... No, I'm gonna shut up.
So you enter, and you are immediately feeling the warmth of the ovens and the smells of just sweet and wheat and all of these delicious smells. And they have just the basic breads, like sourdough and pain au levain and all these other like loaf breads and whatnot. And as far as like the cakes go, it's just kind of basic, like buttercream, vanilla, nothing too outlandish or fancy. But it seems like they have a few special items that are a little more than just their basics. So you find that there are some like buttery braided breads with minced and roasted fruits, like berries, various kinds of red, black, and blue berries, and then you find a bread that they make with honey, and it's got this very nice sheen to the top of it that shines as you enter and look around. And then it has like these small bread rolls that have been cut out slightly, and they have some custard that is dipped into the top. And this is a coastal town, so they have this bread that is specially made with seawater, that is just able to keep it small like flatbread, since the salt would hinder the yeast growth, but it's special salt bread with sea salt fleckled on top. And then finally they have these special what they call adventurer loaves, bread that can last a long time without going.
Lumbus?
It's
Dwarf?
it's not quite like hardtack or just like that. It's like a loaf of bread that doesn't. It's got a very hard shell on the outside, so it contains and keeps all the bad stuff out.
Dwarf bread.
Yeah, pretty much. Bread that can be used as a weapon as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said there was cookies?
Yeah. So just oat cookies and they have the drop cookies with some like custard or curd in it, and the crackle cookies that are like cocoa powder and powdered sugar. Some coconut macaroons.
Any macarons?
No.
Emmanuel?
This weather is too humid for those.
Cakes? seating area? Like you could get stuff and seat and like in the restaurant to eat? Or
There's like one table, but it's empty. People are just. This is mostly a grab and go kind of place. It's too small for indoor seating.
There's a lot. That looks really good. Anything that catches your eye, Katla?
Well, I know, oh my god. What the fuck? Okay. Cracked. I know Brasz is gonna want some of the, something sweet here, so she's probably either a cookie or perhaps one of those like little custard thingies there. I think those would be good for her. I need y'all to know that Shalene's been talking in an Appalachian accent all fucking day. And it's really hard not to mimic her.
Real hard not to mimic her.
It's not my fault.
It is.
I was around PA people for like 4 days.
Anyway.
Jens?
Some sourdough is always gonna hit the spot. I forgot what kind of. I got so caught up in the custard bread that I completely the sweet custard curd thing, and I completely forgot what type of breads you said. Did you say there was like a braided one?
Yeah, there's a buttery braided bread with fruits, like a minced fruit.
Right. That's when I started fist pumping. Okay, I remember.
And then there's a honey bread. There's bread rolls with custard. There's a sea salt flatbread. There's adventure bread. And then there's cakes with like buttercream.
We're gonna be in town for a while, so why don't we? What if we just
Just buy the bakery.
got one of
There's a fine establishment here.
Come back again
I think
tomorrow.
I'll have it.
All right.
Rich people.
Wait in line. So we can order.
Okay.
And when we get to the line,
you can see all of the items are posted with prices. A lot of the basic stuff are like 2 silver piece each. Like a cookie will be 50 copper. But like more of the fancier stuffs, like the cakes and the specialty breads, are close to 5 silver each.
Okay. I definitely want to try that braided bread, and then Brasz is gonna want one of like the custards. And fucking hell, I can hear you laughing at me.
Shut up.
okay.
Yeah, one of the custards and one of the braided breads for sure, and then.
Okay, so people are coming up and ordering, and you start to hear the sound of the clerk, and he's like, "Oh yes, thank you for coming to Bush L. What can I get for ye?"
Oh.
Love that voice.
3 custard breads. We're gonna do 1 loaf of sourdough.
Okay.
We're gonna do 2 loaves of the honey bread.
Oh, that sounds good.
2 we'll do 3 pieces of the sea salt flatbread. We'll do
Righto.
a dozen of your biscuits.
Oh, love
The
it.
oat biscuits, the sugar biscuits, and the crackle biscuits, and then those coconut. What are those? Those coconut. They're like little bits, but they're like coconutty.
Oh
It's
yes, those
delectable
are
coconuts.
coconut cookies. They're pretty good. We're really popular with them now.
Okay, we'll do those.
Muppet.
We did oat. We did sugar. We did the crackle biscuits, and then those coconut biscuits. A dozen of those. Yeah, I think that's everything.
That's be a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Do you have any of that written down?
Let's see, I did 1 loaf of sourdough. And I did 3 flats.
Did we get a braided bread?
I did 3 custard breads. We did 3 of the braided breads.
Yay.
Okay, so let me type this out for you.
Oh, that'd be very nice.
Khalas pulls out his sheet and a quill. You can read, right? I don't want to assume,
yes, of
but
course.
okay, good.
I'm the one who
assume,
reads,
but
not the one who bakes.
I just assumed.
Don't talk to you. Oh, yes.
I just got a friend request from one of the guys I'm training in fucking Bangalore. What the fuck?
What? Sorry,
I'm sorry, I can't hear you with that.
Sorry, that was completely not relevant to the conversation. I got a text from my work, from a coworker, and I was worried something was wrong, and it was irrelevant. Okay, moving on.
We don't usually have such a large order. If you could send ahead of time, make a special order, we could make it for you specially. Otherwise, you can clear us out pretty fast.
Okay, understood. We just got back into town and we haven't visited this establishment, so we just wanted to make sure we're supporting small businesses.
Oh, how
In
long
the
have you been in
back of
town?
shopping.
We haven't been open very long.
We're getting a wide range as well.
I'm gonna keep talking to you as you write this stuff up to make it even more difficult for you.
Oh my god.
Totally just have a standing order delivered every day.
I mean, if it's good, if I'm bringing it to everyone to share. Okay, so I believe that was everything. So the 3 custard breads, the 1 sourdough bread, 3 braided fruit breads, 2 flat breads, 3 oat cookies, 3 sugar cookies, 3 crackle cookies, 3 macarons. I believe that equals a dozen of the biscuits. Anything else, Katla, that you think anyone else would like? Oh, sorry. Yes, I forgot the 3 honey breads.
I also forgot. I think we've got quite a good range here.
Yeah, enough for everyone to share back at the manor.
And it all looks so good that I just imagine if we have something to celebrate, we'll come back for a cake or something. But that's not a special occasion.
Get a cake?
That's a special
Well, but
occasion.
it is a special occasion because we did survive Baldur's
that
Gate.
sounds like a
And
nice special occasion to me.
yeah, do you do special lettering on the cakes?
Oh, yes, it'll take some time if you want to come back this evening.
Oh my god.
Good job.
Sure, of course, actually. Yes. What should we do?
wonderful.
What should we put? What should we put on the cake? And I'm gonna write on the note what we want written on the cake.
Oh. Not dead yet.
Not dead yet. 3 exclamation points. I write it exactly like that with a no.
Note dead. Yes.
Note
Not dead yet.
no. Dead yet. I got too excited and then I was like, oh, I can't write this all in caps. That's silly.
It was stupid of me.
How silly.
Stupid hobbitses.
Okay. Right. And then we'll make sure to do pre-orders going forward. But if you need, we can come back and pick up all of the orders this evening. We'll just take,
Something for the road.
yeah, something for the road. We'll
Something
just
fit in
make
our
those
hand.
the cookies now.
Oh, yes, that'd
now.
be fine. I can package everything up right now. If you want the cake tonight, that'd be fine. But everything is ready to go as is.
Okay, perfect. That sounds wonderful. What do we owe you, good sir? Good madam. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I have not told you my gender yet.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I
How
didn't
could
know
you
what your gender is.
Look at my friend. She's had a long day. Her father over there is not doing so well. So she's
That's not a proper
busted right
excuse.
Oh, he looks just fine to me. But it's
It's
all
always
good.
with their appearances.
It'll be right as rain any
Dressed as
moment.
this is a woman that's like doing the Monty python dressed as a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't vote on
It's
you.
a bit of cross-dressing going on.
Yeah, it's like
I didn't vote for him.
the mustache keeps falling off.
Even better, like full drag, like makeup, everything.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, that's what we want written on the cake.
Wow, that sounds lovely. All right, well, with all this, plus the writing, it'll be 70 silver.
Okay, I will give her 1 gold.
Oh, my. Glad to have you back.
It's including tip. No, that's including tip. So keep the change. That's
Just
a
a
tip
tip.
because we did place a really big order unannounced. That's on us. We should have asked more questions and followed before we placed the order. But we got really excited by everything that we saw and smelled in here. So change.
We change it up every month, so if you come back another month, we'll have different items on the menu.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And that gives you plenty of time to really enjoy everything. Katla, have you ever heard of a place called Crumble? They like change their stuff every week, and it's too much, frankly. Like changing your flavors and what you provide every week, that's a bit absurd.
We took inspiration from their name as well. You know, Crumb L? It's Bush L here.
Ah, I see. Yes, very clever. And I hope that you get more business than they do.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope we get more of your business as well.
Of course, of course.
You.
Oh, dearie me.
Hello.
And the person behind the counter will start collecting all the items, the breads and the cookies, making sure that everything is ready. And can I get your name for the order?
Yes, you can put it for under the few.
Oh my! You're the few?
Yes.
You're so
Well,
famous
we're part of
around
them.
here.
Oh, really?
Oh yes. Going out and exploring and going into dangerous situations. Oh, it's just so wonderful. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes, wonderful.
we do our
It's
best.
wonderful that you sacrifice yourselves just for the greater good.
Exactly, and that's why we're wanting to celebrate that we're not dead yet.
We're glad you're not dead either.
Good, thanks.
What's the opposite of a funeral?
A birthday.
Birthday? Like a first birthday?
Baby shower.
Baby shower?
Baby shower.
Real party.
Party of
Bring
life.
back the wrong cake, and it says "Congrats on your baby," and it's like,
You get it, and it's like, it's an it.
yeah, it's like. It wasn't gender reveal, but it was for like a lizard folk couple. And we cut it in and it's green. Oh my god. Anyways. What time should we come back for the cake?
Oh, just about sunset, I would say. That'd be a good amount of
Okay.
time.
All right, I write a note on my arm to remember to come back at sunset.
Blow on it to get it to dry.
Yeah, just use the quill. Just I gotta find a better method of tracking these times. Okay. Katla, do you want to eat outside, or it doesn't seem like there's a lot of room? Do we want to go back to the temple?
Is there anything else that you wanted to see?
No. Vasid. Yeah, let's get out of the shop. Thank you. We'll be back. I'll let Vasid take what he wants from the bag of treats.
Exulting.
Cookies or bread.
He'll have one of the oat cookies.
Yeah, that seems all right. Any other places? What are the other shops around here? Oh, is there an antiques shop?
Yes, my sister runs that.
Great.
I'm the sister.
What do you want? I got antiques.
What?
Oh, you see my brother at Bush L? Oh yeah, he's pretty
I
nice.
started puberty early.
Okay. Great. What are antiques in like Dungeons and Dragons? Like, what would be? Is it like?
Just broken shit.
Yeah.
It'd just be like
old elven garage sale.
like if a elf or a dwarf came in, they're like, "Hey, I had that as a kid."
Oh dang. Okay. Wow, what was this used for? And it's like that's used for a serving tray for like when you have people over for dinner.
Sometimes it's really hard to get my boots on, so I used it to help me get my boots on.
Shoehorn.
Yeah. Oh, this ancient relic from hundreds of years ago.
That's kind of wild to think about. So it wouldn't be an antique store. It would probably just be
If it
used store, like a secondhand
a
store.
pawn shop.
Like a consignment shop.
Yeah, pawn shop. I'll be back
Magical
for
pawn
this.
shop.
Tell your grandfather.
Trinkets.
It's run by humans, so they're very fascinated with old things that other races don't consider old.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Let's go check that out.
Okay.
Pawn shop.
You wander around a little bit, eating your breads and cookies.
I'll put the rest in the bag in my bag of holding,
Okay. Staying
so
fresh.
they stay nice and warm. Yeah.
And you find a pawn shop or antique shop to the humans called the Red Bow. And this place is just kind of abandoned. No one is really interested in it. There's like a middle to late elderly man. I don't know why I said elderly. Like 40s, 50s guy, just like kind of fiddling with something at the desk at the front. And
Okay.
you look around and there's just like, it looks like there's a bunch of junk in here, but it's all organized really well. So
Right.
you got your like pottery stuff in one section, and there's like a little bit of woodworking, and a lot of the woodworking has like really nice filigree wood burning stuff in it. There's a corner with like mechanical stuff that you don't really know what it is used for, but it looks fancy.
What is the chance of finding a wondrous item in this shop?
Roll.
I feel like he would probably have. He thinks it's all mostly junk, but maybe he has something that he doesn't know is really cool.
Okay.
The person you would want there would be Guryev.
Really?
Yeah.
You know about antiques?
Yeah,
Oh wait, yeah.
he's the guy for antiques.
Literally, yes.
It was an antique. Can I
There's that as well.
roll
Ah.
to like see if I can find some like antique embroidery tools? Like a cool pair of scissors. A thread or something. What do you...
For the wondrous item, roll a D100.
I got 81.
Okay.
The butt plug of constipation.
A spoon that makes your dishes hot or cold. Your preference. Or random.
The mythical Reddit poop knife.
Out of wizardry.
So we're kind of looking around, and how are you looking for like this one rich item? Are you like examining everything, or
Probably
like,
examining everything. I'm
Okay.
like looking at things. I'm probably doing exactly what I normally do in real life, which is like I am going down every aisle. I'm looking at every shelf. I may touch something if it seems really interesting.
Yeah, so you're kind of wandering around and looking at these things. Everything looks like it would be fancy, but not magical in a sense. You kind of wander to this spot where they have very old toys. Like, a lot of them look like they've seen a lot of wear. There's like a teddy bear that look like it has stuffing, or not stuffing, stitches that have been redone several times, like the threads don't match. There's a wooden toy horse that looks like its leg has been replaced with newer wood, so it doesn't look quite the same as the rest of it. And as you're like kind of looking around, you find a small plush of a bird, like blues, whites, and reds. And this one like kind of stands out to you. It you pick it up and you kind of like examine it, and you kind of feel a little bit lighter when you're holding this. It's not like lifting you off the ground, but you feel like kind of as if the weight of carrying all of your stuff isn't as bad.
Oh, I really like this bird. Oh, the horse is pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, they're looking at the toys there. That's a good find there. Unfortunately, it comes in a pair. It's I believe it's called a bird of a feather, and there's supposed to be two of them, but I mean, there was handed to us where they couldn't find the other one, but you know, it's fine. It's good.
The other one's missing?
Yeah, they said it came in a pair, whatever. I don't know what they have to do with each other, but yeah, it's called a bird of a feather. You know, flock together, but just one of them.
Oh. I'll buy this one. So it's not lonely anymore.
Oh, that's real nice of you. Oh, well, okay. Let's see. I'll be about 49 silver.
Right?
1 platinum.
I don't have any platinum. I will give him 1 gold. That's what I have.
Oh, all right. Well, fancy buying there, and he'll go over to a little box and put the coin in and take out 51 silver and hand it to you.
Okay. Kindly. And then, is there any pictures? Like, do you have any art for walls and stuff? Like any old portraits or painting?
You bite the silver and make sure he's not ripping you off.
I trust him.
He will say, well, some of the more fragile stuff was in the back. I can bring some of it out for you if you want. I just don't want it to get damaged by just people coming in here. Just you know, some guys get some kids in here, and I had to fix a couple of these things. Are kind of broken, but yeah, if you want, I can get you some nice little pictures there.
Sure, if you had anything to look at, I'd love to get some decor, or even if you have some old tapestries.
Oh, we got. I gotta see if we have some. I'll be right back. Is your friend want anything?
Katla, do you want anything?
I couldn't get unmuted. Do you have any like old like embroidery oh my god. Do you have any embroidery boxes or like any old scissors? That I think that would be really special to have and add to my kit.
Yeah.
Perhaps some like cottons, old samplers.
If you check the crafting center there, he just points in a vague direction, like, yeah, it's over there. Then you might be able to find what you're looking for. But I'll be right back with the damn paintings, yeah?
Yes, and preferably anything that has cats or dogs or mythical beasts.
Oh, that's very nice. All right. Oh, like,
Just to help with what you're searching for.
he'll walk back and be gone for a little bit, and occasionally hear, what is that? Oh, Ralph. No, that's not it.
Here's a picture of something super specific. The rebellion of 1817. Nope, that's not. There was a cat in the corner, but I don't think that'll be enough.
And after a few minutes, he'll like come. You hear the sound of like this squeaking sound, and around the corner, you'll see him pushing this trolley with a large crate in it, and in the crate are just like rows and rows of these different sized paintings. There's like a rug that's like half in, half out of the crate, and he's just like pushing it out. He's like, oh, this is more of the finer stuff if that's what you're looking for. According to the animals that you suggested, and he'll pull out like one of the large ones, just covers his entire body. This is kind of what you're looking for, and it's a very realistic painting of two Tressums playing dragon chess. You're muted or you're quiet? I can't hear you.
I'm not muted. I got too loud.
Okay.
I got too excited. So my mom's like, stop. They're too loud. She's like,
No
very
excitement.
excited. She's just like, it's perfect. I love it. Oh, Katla, look at this. Look at this. What do you think? Having it over the dining room?
Oh, that would be absolutely gorgeous. I think it really captures the essence of the vibe, the aesthetic of the whole group, the whole party.
And it matches Lucy because we have a Tressum, and she's kind of our mascot kind of
That would be
thing.
real special, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I think it's worth it.
We'll take it.
Fine.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Are you able to have
wonderful.
it shipped to I don't know what our address is. Do we have an we have an address? What is our address? Where do we
123
live?
Fig Street.
Yeah. 1-2 Few Avenue. Live there, right?
So where Delta's token is where you are.
Is it like the castle district?
It is? I thought we were like up here somewhere. One of these green sections.
No,
We're
you
N58?
chose.
Oh no, we're in this special fancy area.
Yeah, you chose this. Oh wait,
I think we are here.
no, that's
Staying
right.
down
You were up here because this is the wizard district.
Yeah. So were we N42?
Which is the biggest one?
I think that might be it. I honestly don't remember.
Because I remember you wanted to be kind of close to the wizards area.
Yeah,
I think
but
we're N58.
not like on a main street to where it was like more defensible. I don't remember.
So then we live on Golden Serpent Street?
That sounds like it could be correct.
8.
We can always double check too.
Well, maybe that's the perfect time to segue to Delta going and talking to the
I still don't remember.
Realtor.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I do know that I wanted to look into like the spell book that I found. I don't remember why I needed to go to the solicitor.
It was about the neighbor. The one lady, the goth lady.
Asking about Ardors?
The butler had, Ardors, because the butler had said that they had moved to that house shortly after we had left town, after we had purchased our mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you were going to go talk to the solicitor
to see if I could dig up any information about that.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember it needing to be anything like money related. So.
Well, the shopkeep of the Red Bow will say, she's a nice painting. I believe I remember that some elderly orc lady came in and she said that she made nice little outfits for her kitties. And it's really nice. And she couldn't keep the painting herself. I mean, it was a very nice painting. But if you want to take this one out, I believe it's looks at the back like she's about 76 gold coins. That's about nice. Yeah.
6 gold. Can I see if that seems fair?
Sure. If you want to check him, you can roll insight. If you want to like gauge pricings, you can roll history.
What should I do, Katla? For your insight. Do we trust this old man?
Can I, like, why is it not letting me access, like, some sort of, like, Southern hospitality bullshit and just be like, and, like, can I use that to get a vibe on whether or not he seems like he's gonna try and pull the wool over our eyes?
If you're doing that, then I'm gonna go for history to assess the painting.
Yeah, so Khalas history and Katla insight with advantage.
Sweet. Fuck. I'm just so distracted by the disappearance of Lady Rione that I just don't know what's going on anymore.
You would say that like he is like trying to be fair with everything here. It seems like for the quality of the painting and how big it is, it probably is worth that much. Khalas, you are checking this out and you do not believe that it's worth that. It seems like he's trying to up the price because you were so willing to pay with quite a bit before. So he's just like trying to appease to your wealth.
Say, I don't know if that's in my budget. Gosh. Is there any chance that you'd be willing to give us a discount or deal, first-time buyer, or maybe a repeating customer? Can I roll a persuasion to try and see if I can haggle the price?
Yeah.
Do I get an inspiration for having an anniversary?
Well, he will be like, oh, this. I mean, the painting's pretty nice, but seeing as that you guys are pretty excited to have it, I think it'll be a really nice collection. What? How much are you willing to pay for this?
I think painting, I'd be willing to purchase it for, I know gold is a lot, right?
I mean, to the common person, yes.
Yeah.
Fucking rich people.
Be willing to pay. Part of me is like, how much are paintings this size worth in general? But the history, I know that it's not worth 76 gold.
Yeah, at a pawn shop is also. It's not like this
Yeah.
high-end spot.
Should I say 20 or 40? Because 20 makes it so I don't have to do math.
The thing is that I genuinely, in real life, am so bad with money that I cannot help you even in roleplay.
Same. I make bad financial decisions.
You're buying a painting that has cats on it. That's
I
not
know,
a good financial
exactly. And it's
decision.
like, would I pay 20 gold with this, or would I pay 40 gold for this to make sure I get the
pay 30 gold.
30 gold? Okay, I'll pay 30 gold. I think 30 gold seems really fair. And I'm not done shopping as well. My friend is still perusing, and I haven't even looked at your book section yet.
Oh my god, the book section, I forgot.
Exactly.
We don't really get much books around here. I mean, anything that's kind of old and people don't want anymore is just kind of like ruined. It doesn't keep very well. I can't really fix books because they got some words in them. They got a lot of words, and I can't really put my own words into it because it kind of changes the meaning. But you know,
It's all right. So we fully understand. We'll just see what you got. You know, we're not worried about it too much. Thank you very much.
if
Seems
you
like
want,
you're getting stressed.
if you want this painting for 30 gold, I think it's a little low. It's a little low for me. But if we do maybe 55, yeah.
How about 40?
Well, how about this? How about you said you wanted it delivered. I don't really have it delivered, but if you want, I can bring it over right now. I'm not really doing much. If we do it at what about 55 with free delivery right now?
How about 50?
Oh man, you drive a hot market there. Well, I have to like close the shop and everything to deliver. And he's mumbling to himself. He's not like really talking to you. He's like, I gotta do, man. These people, these rich people with their cats and whatnot. You know. All right, well, let's do 51. All right, a final offer.
About 50 and 50 silver.
Man, you drive a hot bargain. I would think that's a good price. Thank you very much. All right. You said you wanted more. Are you done? How soon should you want to take your painting with you? Yeah, if I want to deliver it for you right now.
If you want to deliver it for us right now, you really don't have to. We're fine getting it next day. We're fine with next day shipping or even 2-day shipping.
Well, the thing is, I gotta deliver myself. I don't have people do like people come here and put their stuff in their pockets. You know, it's not like I deliver to their places. It's not. This ain't a big corporation. They have a lot of people working for it. I don't have a lot of people. It's just me. You know, it's just being by myself. And yeah, I just working, just working by myself. So it's either me right now after you're done with your purchase, it's me tomorrow when you do it anyway. So it's fine if you want it right now.
Okay. Right. Katla, are you done? Is there anything else you wanted?
Were there any fancy embroidery?
Roll.
I just got that reel in my head.
Roll either perception or investigation.
Okay.
You find
I don't even care if it is me at that point. That's a good roll. I'm happy with it.
you find like you don't actually find one complete set. You find two different incomplete sets, but the sets have enough for the other one to make one complete set with some extras.
How much are these, good sir?
Oh, well, I could see about 15 silver each. You know, that sounds like a good price.
Well, that sounds like a mighty fine price. I'll go with it. Sounds good.
All right, that's 30 silver, 30 silver. That's what I said. That's what I go for. I
Yes,
keep
sir.
my word.
We'll see that. Okay, cool.
Right, so I'm giving him 50 gold and 50 silver, correct? For the painting?
Yes. And then 49 silver for the plushie.
Yes, I already gave that.
And then 30 silver
You
for
give me my change.
the sets.
Katla, do you have silver? A chance?
Do you have change for 100?
Well, I wasn't sure if Katla's using any of her own money to pay for it. Or if she has enough, if she needs more.
Are you muted or are you talking?
Are you muted?
Yes, I was moving. I said a lot of things. Some of them in character.
Well, now's a good time to repeat it.
Yes. I'll just contribute the silver. I paid for my own, and then I'll also hand over the 50 silver for that. But I don't remember what I said in character, so oh well.
So Katla's giving 50 silver and paying for her your scissors?
Two
Embroidery
sets.
stuff.
Embroidery sets. With like
Okay.
antique spools and like really nice boxes that are cedar, so that when we're out on the road, critters don't get in them.
Yeah. Give him the money and write our address on it, but hopefully he has a map so we can show him where it is.
Yeah, one of these paintings is a map of the town here. I mean, it's a couple of years old, but it's good. It's still good.
Well, no, because you said you didn't really read. So are you able to read addresses?
I never said I didn't read. Where do you get that information from?
Well, you said you didn't have books.
Well,
You don't
no,
read them.
I don't have I don't have books to sell. You know, people don't bring books in
I
here.
see.
They don't keep. You know.
I understand. Okay, yes. Well, I'll write down our address so we.
Oh, that's very helpful. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I was gonna follow you back to your home, but if you want me to just deliver to your address, that's fine.
Well, we're actually just say that Khalas and Katla bought this painting for the estate, because we're still going to take a look around town.
Oh, okay. Well, if you write down your names as well, it's easier for me to remember. I can read.
Yes,
no
yes,
problem.
yes. Write down our names.
All right, that's a couple of K's and the old man. All right.
Two ladies with pink attire and an old man send their regards. Okay. I'm done here.
All right. Well. All right. I will. I'll give it by the end of the day. How's that sound? There you go.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that sounds fine.
All right.
That's wonderful, sir. Thank you.
It's a good time to get cake too. You know, cake's good.
Yes, agreed. We actually bought a cake over at Bush L Bakery.
Oh yeah, this is a good place. They just opened up not too long ago.
Yeah, we were very excited to try their cake. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Oh, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice rest of your day.
You too, sir.
Thank you very much. And you leave the Red Bow.
What an interesting name of a place. Not what I expected. Okay. Anything else you wanted to do, Katla?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I think hopefully Brasz would be done by the time we.
She's like, you guys said bakery. Where the fuck are you?
There's like a whole bunch of unread messages on your cell phone. Brasz is like, "Where are you?"
She probably just walked out of the building and was like, "What the fuck, guys?"
I'll hold out a cookie. She'll be like, here.
She will only wait for like maybe 20 minutes and start going off somewhere.
Okay, yeah. So you can meet up with Brasz at the temple. Fasid will be eating one of the custard breads, the custard roll.
Nice.
Nice.
It's like soup. I like soup. Okay, so Delta or Guryev, did you want to have some moment, or do you have a plan for your month here?
I want to. From what I remember, I was able to ascertain that the book was a spell book, but not read it. Is that correct? The one that we found in the... where the snake lady was?
No, you were able to determine what it did.
Okay, so I can read it.
Yes.
Okay. Then I would be studying that, and I think maybe like doing some demon research or whatever those.
Okay. Did you speaking but we can't hear you?
I'm talking to Taylor. He's
Okay.
trying to tell me to come and get food.
Oh, okay. Well, Brasz, do you share this information that you got with them, or keep it to yourself at all?
Sorry. Yes. I tell them what I learned about the demons and how they are usually pretty chaotic and just fighting with each other, basically. And it's very strange that this lady has somehow got them organized. Yes.
Okay.
Do we know of anything that can organize and command a demon? Is there anything other than... like, is there anything?
A chancla.
I mean, just because I worked on your siblings doesn't mean it's gonna work here.
Do we want to take a quick break? Get some food or water or whatever?
Sounds
Get some
good.
time to organize your thoughts.
It's around food time.
Choosies. Thanks. Gabby. what else is more entertaining than washing the laundry? Is what I did do with my break.
I mean, chips.
I'm on a boat.
What kind of chips?
Chippy chips.
To guess. I've got Fritos that I'm gonna
Best
open.
chip.
They're honey barbecue.
They're
Taco.
I bought them on the trip and forgot they were in the car.
The Shalina safe chips.
They are
You
Shalina
sound
safe
so
chips.
fucking depressed about forgetting them in the car.
I bought them like 3 days ago, so it hasn't been that long. It's just there's so much shit in a car when you're traveling that they kind of got buried.
That's what rest stops are for.
Big trip. That's fair. When we would do big trips, my mom would get like one of those like car dividers that has like the Velcro on the bottom and like sticks, and we'd put the back seat down and we'd put that on it, and that was where all of the food and like napkins and everything went. Everything else got thrown in the back, and so it was still messy, but it was like always in one spot.
Mm.
All right, so we got a little bit of information from Brasz to Khalas and Katla about what they studied. Let's, I guess, start the time skip, the montage for the month in Waterdeep, and what would people like to do in this time?
Why does it say I'm making noise? I'm not making noise. Katla would like to try and find like a place to go sparring, perhaps maybe even some like part-time bouncer work just for an excuse to get into fights.
Okay, yeah. You
make sure as many
can.
people as possible see your face.
Say again?
Make sure as many people as possible see your face.
I mean,
If you're beat up enough.
Katla doesn't lose except to monsters, thank you very much.
She doesn't sound real.
I mean, she's also lying out of her ass when she says that, so. But no, like, bouncers are gonna be seen by, like, as much people as possible unless it's the hottest club. And she's not looking for, like, a super big place. She just wants, like, somewhere that could use, like, some additional security. Maybe a little sketchier of a place. And then that way she also is more likely to find out if there's a fight club. And then she can join Fight Club, and then it'll be fine.
Okay, make a perception check to try and find a spot that would be suitable for what you're looking for.
What do you mean, like a real Fight Club? It could be like literally just a dojo. But she does want to still do a little bit of bouncing, because then she feels justified in beating people up.
Okay, so yeah, you are looking around in this time, and I mean, there are some spots that bouncers are there, but they don't really need to be there, if you know what I mean. Just kind of like higher end people who, the only people who don't go,
than anything.
yeah, who don't get in are just like lesser poverty-stricken people, and they're immediately like thrown out. It's not really an issue for needing a fight, but you kind of like, you get in as a super late night person like doorman, and throughout the month you you start talking to people and they talk to you and they like hint at things. You start hearing more about like, since you're a night shift person, you start hearing about things that people do while you're on your shift, and you start hearing about, oh, there's like a little underground fight ring, and there's like there's a bit of an audience, and there's betting and all these things, and so you start getting into that kind of crowd and you're looking around. Nobody really suspects you to be part of that. You're kind of a new face in town, so nobody expects to get you to fall into this kind of thing. But yeah, you do find some of those like lesser rounds, and like 2/3 of the month go by and you finally find a good spot that if you want to join and bet on, you can.
I think she just wants to do one fight to say that she could do it.
Okay. Do you want to bet at all?
Nah, she doesn't care about the money.
Okay.
She just likes punching.
Okay, so to do this, I want you to make 3 checks. I want you to roll in athletics, and then in acrobatics, and then I want you to click on the hit dice button.
Okay. Okay. Just a second. Sorry. Cool. Athletics, acrobatics. What was the third one? I'm sorry. And was the next one hit dice or
hit dice
Okay.
roll, yeah. So
I thought there
your
was one between those. That's where I got
your
confused. Yeah.
Constitution plus your hit die roll. And then I want
Okay.
3 other people who would like to make rolls. Any
Yeah.
volunteers?
What are we rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we rolling?
These 3 people would roll 2d10 and then add 5 to it, and that is the generated DC of these fights.
2d10.
Hell, I'll punch Katla.
2d10 and then add 5.
I got. No.
22, 15, 19.
21.
She's out of practice, guys.
Okay. So you're getting into these like little sketchier and sketchier areas, and then you like go into this this fight. And Brasz, do you want to describe the opponent that she goes against in this first fight? Just anyone. Just make up some person.
Alright, this first fight is just gonna be some scrungly dude. He looks kind of washed up and like he maybe had too much to drink. He doesn't really even know where he is, but he's looking for a fight. He's angry. He's willing to punch the first person that he sees.
Scrappy.
He's scrappy.
Okay, yeah, so you got this, like, probably, like, a guy who doesn't even have a shirt, just, like, wandered in, didn't take a shirt off at the fight, just, like, didn't have a shirt to begin with and not wearing shoes, and just,
No
like...
shirt, no shoes.
Yeah, ripped up trousers, just, like, head full of messy hair, like, very curly, messy hair. Coming in, like, just staggering in, and, like, they push him, like, they kind of start you off with someone lesser because, like, you don't seem like the kind of person to win this fight. It's very much bias against you. So they, like, push this guy in, and he doesn't know what's going on. And so you're, like, you're overconfident, and that's your downfall. Like, you don't even rage to do this, and like this, like, you throw your first punch and like he just like drunkenly steps out of the way, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's fast. And then he just like grabs your arm as it's extended, like throws you around. You start getting like beat up. He's almost as like you're almost as fast as him, but like this guy has a lot of strength and doesn't look like it.
You're Goku and he's Raditz.
I don't know what that means. Not even gonna lie.
So you're just like getting really beat up. And since this is kind of like D&D where a higher level character doesn't have a lot of threats against them, I'm gonna say that this person really digs into you and you lose like 90% of your hit points.
Damn.
And you have to tap out. You feel like you are you're gonna go down and go unconscious, and you're not comfortable with that, so you have to tap out before that happens.
She definitely like is like, the reason she was seeking this out is because she knows she's out of practice and she knows we're going up against bigger threats. So like she needs to remember how to fight dirty. And so like this is like definitely overconfidence, but like in the long run, in hindsight, probably is unsurprising for her.
Roll a performance check to see how well people like you in this fight. Like, are you the underdog, or are you just some person who wandered in?
Does this affect that?
Yeah, you can roll with advantage.
Heck yeah. I don't take enough advantage of my character traits, so I was like, hang on.
You're doing it now. So people, like, don't expect you to win, but they want you to win. So...
Oh, shucks.
They cheer for you, but ultimately when you tap out, they're disappointed, and the people who bet against you kind of like won a bit more because a lot of people were rooting for you, throwing their money at you, but unfortunately it wasn't able to go their way. But yeah, you pick yourself up off the floor and start heading to the changing area, and like you got a couple people giving out like towels, trying to help you out, and so you've made like a friend of the folks.
Yay.
You may not have won the battle, but you made some friends here.
Friends with
And that's half the battle.
You don't need
Honestly,
money after that. Roll
Your pockets may be empty, but your heart is full.
for this month of basically working. Roll a d100. Yeah, for the entire month you get 61 gold.
Dang.
on. I have a calculator app open. Said 61. Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. That's fun.
All right, who is next?
Guryev go?
I guess. I'm trying to decide if I want to do this or the other thing. No, that doesn't narrow it down.
It doesn't narrow it down.
I think Brasz is going to work on their rolly turret for a bit. I'm gonna go around the residence, be like, "Hey, do you guys have a place to do what word am I looking
Like a
for?
garage.
Yeah, you guys got a garage."
But like your dad used to have.
Just like a workspace to work on the rolly turret. Definitely going to be borrowing some money if I can. I don't like. You guys are just. Are you guys giving us money, or is your money our money at this point? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little lost on that too.
I don't know.
Are we still just employee contracted friends, or are we like a part of the few now? Or is
How
that
long
another
have we been
conversation
traveling with you
didn't
guys?
have,
We've been
like,
traveling for a few
ideas?
months, right?
Yeah.
About 2
I think
months.
so.
2 months. I would say you're out of the probationary period, so you should be able to get like access to funds.
Yeah.
I think we gave them funds too.
Yeah, we gave you guys some money, but like if she needs money to buy stuff.
She's gonna need a lot of money, but maybe I shouldn't do this then.
Like how much? How much are we talking? Let's have a financial
20,000
discussion about
20,000
this.
gold.
Jesus, for what? Why? That was not a number I was expecting at all.
Oh, you know, just an escape room.
An escape room?
No, it takes 30 days to upgrade my rolly turret to a basically it can walk. It's no longer a rolly turret. It's a crawly turret, and it takes money and 30 days. So
It takes 20,000 gold?
yeah,
For
takes
resources.
quite a lot.
Or
Right.
for resources?
How about
Yeah.
one leg? Let's start with one leg.
You know, upgrade the cannon part. Like,
Like potentially
Just
do
kidding.
like each, like spend like a quarter of it and like build the leg, and then like the next time we're in town, like spend another quarter of it and build that leg, and then
Yeah, we could do that. Just like slowly get the items for it.
we could
Yeah,
always
and,
go
like,
back to that
eventually-
where that beholder died. And, like, there was still money we left behind.
Yeah, we left all the copper and silver.
Yeah.
Oh geez, it's like taking the pennies.
It's taking the freaking dimes and the pennies. But yeah, that's what we left behind. But if you really needed money like that, that's what I would recommend. I don't
Go find it yourself.
even know what our financial state is like. Like, how are we doing financially?
Well, you guys own a mansion, so probably
Well,
not
yes,
great.
but I'm pretty sure we have to pay like taxes and stuff, and we have to pay for our
yeah,
staff.
you have to pay taxes and your staff,
that's
and then
what she
you
meant,
also have a
right?
bar that you have to pay for.
Yeah, but we have a business.
Before we
that-
left, we budgeted out like 5 years worth of staff payments. To
5 years.
that
Okay,
account. Plus bonuses.
well, that's
I-
nice.
I think you have like 2.5 million gold.
Dang.
So it's up to you if you want to spend it.
Okay.
Y'all
I
are
think
rich,
this has to be like we have to vote on this if we want to. Yeah, we need to like
Katla will
Delta-
abstain from the vote because she feels that she's too new to the group.
okay.
Katla, back me up. Back me up.
Vote to give yourself more money.
Bow out. Before she can even be told that her vote wouldn't count anyway. She's just gonna casually back away.
Okay, my case is
Okay,
It
let's
would-
actually
it would-
do this.
it
Hold on,
would
hold on,
actually
hold on, hold on.
benefit
Hold
the
on,
team.
let's set-
It would
hold
benefit
on,
the
let's
team.
set this- Let's set up the set. So we're in the dining room. We're in the dining hall. Delta, Guryev, and Khalas are sharks in this scenario. We're sitting on some really like we're sitting on some sofas in front of
Well,
the table.
I would say that you guys can sit on the sofa and Guryev will be in the doorway, either to the side or behind, just like leaning up against it, listening.
Okay.
While
Uh,
eating like a snack.
Yeah, so let's hear your financial proposal. Why should we fund this?
Some Werthers.
Okay, so the turret that I have right now is it's on wheels. It's not very great for stairs, which is not great if we're like, you know, going into a dungeon that has a lot of stairs. I'd have to keep recalling it and then calling it back and recalling it and calling back. It's an investment, you know, because it's got legs and so it can actually walk with us and it can I think it would be great for us, and then we'd have another little buddy to hang around and keep y'all safe.
How does your turret work currently?
Oh my God.
Like, what does it do in combat?
Opening my turret sheets real quick. So my turret right now, it can bite people if it can wheel towards them and there's nothing like in the way to keep their wheels from going over it. And it can shoot a cannon, and again, it can charge at people, but that's only if there's not debris in the way. Oh, and it can explode.
It can explode. How is that? Is it like, can it be rebuilt like after it explodes? It's like it can explode so many times, or what do you mean?
It can be rebuilt. I'm rereading the thing. Okay, basically, when it backfires, it can explode out and do piercing damage, so it would have to be rebuilt, but
Would having it be rebuilt also cost another 20,000 gold?
no.
So it'd be easier. So this is an upgrade, but it's a one-time fee upgrade. It won't cost that much to be rebuilt if it explodes? Or would it cost more?
Well, if the pieces are there, I can just rebuild it. It just takes a while.
Okay, doesn't cost any money to have it. If it explodes, you can rebuild it no cost.
Yes.
Okay.
It has not exploded yet. It only explodes when it takes too much damage. But it's really good at not taking damage because mostly it can't get over obstacles.
So
Katla, you were going to say something?
no, I like had a thought and it like vanished as I started speaking.
Are you standing next to her? Or nearby?
Just fully set up, like, I think she's like in the corner with her embroidery, just sort of like looking like occasionally like, that makes sense.
And
But,
it
like,
has
also, like,
dragon
staying out
breath.
of it.
If we upgrade it, it gets dragon breath.
Dragon
So,
breath. Explain that.
Not only does it take care of it not being able to get over obstacles or getting over stairs or whatever, it can yes.
Wait, how far away from her are you?
How far away?
I've got no fucking clue.
Okay.
I have to use the dining hall.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like standing away from her. I'm sitting down doing my own thing. And making facial commentary on this entire exchange.
She's no help at all, is what she is.
Yeah, I know, yeah. She realizes there's a fuck ton of money in it. Not for me.
Okay. And gosh, Delta, do you have any questions on before we make our decision?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Your
mean,
name isn't Delta.
It can be today.
For sure. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. You can go first.
Well said.
I'm just trying to brain how to say what I want to say.
Is it a question to her or a comment to Delta? Or to Khalas?
Khalas is asking if either of you guys had more questions to ask. Because we have to make it's up to us three to make this decision if we're funding this expensive investment.
I mean, if they're going to stick around, it is an investment in our own safety.
Yeah, if they're sticking around. So I guess that's to
What
that
is your
point.
5-year plan?
Yeah, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Wherever the money is, and not in jail.
At this point, Katla goes, we sought out people to help us figure out what's going on, seeing how we could be of help as well with getting all the members and stuff back. So that's a part of why we're with y'all. Is y'all seem to be a good way to be doing that. And of course, we're making friends with you now too. Brasz is just a little touchy.
I will say,
I don't know. I feel like I get the feeling Brasz doesn't like to be touched.
Well, y'all seen her climb up on my back with that woman, right?
You have to earn the right, I think.
I have no problems with being touchy with others. But no head pats. I don't like head pats.
I guess, Brasz, you can go stand over.
Go stand over where?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Cross up the wall or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say go sit down next to the Katla. And then, like, I don't know, are you going to go?
Yeah, she'll go sit by Katla
Okay,
and
I'll walk
stare
over
you guys down.
I'll walk over to where the other two are sitting. Cast silence where the other two are, and say I'm not opposed to fronting her the money. I do think maybe that she should find some way to use her talents for people around town. Maybe make some money by doing it. You know, repair other people's things that they have that are broken.
Ah, so you think we'll give her the money, but she should make
She doesn't
some
have to.
kind of help
Yes.
to the citizens?
I am saying find some way to make herself productive and make money to pay it back.
Oh,
While at the same time doing something for the area. Maybe she can work at the soup kitchen and the low income in something like that. Depends. It might be a morale booster for her, you know? A big thing, making a breakthrough on your turret. You don't have to push around everywhere.
that is true. I mean, I do like the idea of we're not just giving you this money because you're a comrade, an ally, and we trust you, but you still need to earn, you know, it in some sense, either by giving your time charitably or financially. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
I was just thinking of some way of keeping her busy without getting in trouble outside of tinkering with her things. While also...
Brasz is like more an adult than like everyone except for Guryev in this group, in her species.
Yes, I understand.
She's almost in her midlife.
She's almost
year.
dead.
I am just saying. I don't think there's no reason not to do it. I just think that get something good out of it in return.
Yes, I think that's fair, actually. I'm for that route if you would like to word it that way, if you would like to explain the decision. Shelton, how do you feel about this?
Well met.
I think that sounds good.
Okay. Then we are agreed.
I'll drop silence. I think we have come into an agreement that we will fund your venture. We'll upgrade it as
Gets up and starts jumping around.
you see fit.
It didn't. Like, your mic did not include your screen.
Ah, that's fine. I knew it wouldn't.
The only caveat is you do a little civil service at the same time or afterwards.
What
And
kind of
finds-
civil service?
I am just saying you can find some way to benefit the community that we live around. And possibly make some money in return.
Alright, I think I could do that.
I'm sure the inns that we have could maybe use some upgrading. On the flare if you wish. That sort of thing. Or if
Any
there's...
blacksmiths who need a squirrel to run around for a bit?
You don't have to necessarily do that, but I mean, if you like tinkering and you want to... If you have some invention in mind that you see that would help somebody, I would do that. We try to give back our time not killing people here.
Yeah, okay, I'll figure something out. I'll see what I can do, and still stay, incognito.
I think for Delta's sake that we would like an itemized list of everything that you are needing to purchase. And I don't think that we will be willing to give up all of it at once.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be telling you everything I need. I didn't just expect you to be like, here's 20,000. You know, I'm gonna tell you what I need. Do you guys have a workspace here? Because if not, I'm also gonna need to, take a room or something to turn into one.
I mean, if we don't, we probably should, so...
Yeah, that's a good question. I bet...
I would suggest the ground floor. I have had an explosion or two.
So not part of the main building then. Got it.
Mother-in-law suite.
Yeah.
Yes, I was
Maybe
gonna-
in the stables we could build something. I know we have like a carriage house.
We could make an underground bunker off the side, covered with a shed, or just a shack outside. It's whatever.
Back outside. Crafting table's all you need, right? One with the grid. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm sure-
just something with a table, something that I can air out if needed to be. Just, I don't want to ruin any of your stuff, so.
That is quite all right. Yes. I'm sure Quills can help you with that. I'm sure there's something.
Sweet, I'll hit up Big Q about it.
Sweetly.
Sweet.
I remember Big Q does not like being called Big Q. Every time I say it, he just assumes goblins have bad manners.
They do. Goblins do have bad manners.
And no matter how much her mom tried to raise her with good manners.
I was like, that's the only reason why he lets it slide. It's because, it's just her being a goblin.
Brass can be civil. She just doesn't. She knows how to be.
I can do it. I just don't wanna.
Yeah.
I know what I'm supposed to do.
She knows that how to hold herself upright and speak eloquently and look at somebody in the eyes when she's talking to them, but she doesn't wanna. So she's not gonna.
How does Brass sound when she does speak eloquently?
With that accent, like I want to hear it.
It's not
My
Janet
kind.
usually.
My kind
Fight
sir,
you
how
off.
you doing?
How you
Glad to be a
doing?
part of
That
this
would be-
establishment.
Sounds like
Hello, ma'am. Thank you for the meal. Thank you for not being rude. Here, let me get that for you. I apologize for being so rambunctious earlier.
Shine your shoe, mister.
Gee, thank you, mister.
I imagine she just sounds like Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny.
Great.
When he tries to act civilized.
Okay. We have an accountant, right?
Yes.
A solicitor.
With all that money, I would
Saw that
expect you to.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll probably need to go talk to them about this amount being withdrawn.
Stipend. We can put it in a trust.
Yeah, it's not going to be all at once. It takes a month to build the thing, so
Yeah,
I'm just going to go
it
buy
costs-
things as I need them.
It costs an arm
It's like any other like
And an arm.
engineer person going to like Ace Hardware or
and an arm.
Yeah.
contractor going to like Home
And an
Depot or
arm.
Lowe's.
And a few legs.
In Brass's case, probably a tail too. Gonna be water themed, of course.
All right. So you've got your financial dealings. Who is next up on the to-do list?
I can go next.
Sure.
So I did send you. I kind of like itemized all the stuff that I would need for my various spells and sent it to you, and I know it's a lot to ask for, but I was trying to wonder. I was trying to ask like how much of this stuff would have a cost / I would have to buy every time I used it and got back somewhere. That's what that image is. I marked on there if it what gold cost it explicitly has, and then whether or not it's consumed by the spell. And for the things that like didn't have prices, I was wondering about those. If you had a hard cost in mind, or if you just wanted to spitball, or just whatever.
Yeah, I can
That
do
was
that
like
Monday, Tuesday when I have time off.
okay. In the meantime, what I would like to do is, in the downtime of my days, my 30 days or whatever, try to like power read. What did I move on to? Orc? I think I'm working on Orc. So I would like to dedicate like 8 hours a day on that, and then with the Orcus stuff. I know Abyssal, Celestial, Deep Speech, Infernal, and Undercommon. Is there anything else of like the underworld that I would need to that I don't have? Infernal. Maybe Delta knows Primordial, right? But I think I would try to get some more. I would try to find a bunch of books on like demons and fiends, and just try to get familiar with. Like I know a cursory background of the enemies of like the Raven Queen and stuff, but I feel like I should know a little bit more in depth about the people that we're gonna fight, or that were whose minions we're fighting. It seems.
Okay. You can roll either religion or history for research.
That's okay, I guess.
It's okay with 25. So, trying to find like general knowledge on these kind of things. You learn like kind of the general vibe of them, where when you kill them, you don't actually kill them; they're just sent back to the abyss. They have a lot of resistances to different elemental types. You know, the obvious like fire, but also they're have resistance to cold and lightning damage, and straight up immunity to any kind of poisoning, including damage and the condition. So they're pretty hard to kill when it comes to certain elemental fighting. You'll have to stick with like more physical magic, if it makes sense, like force and thunder.
Mm-hmm.
They are easily persuaded when it comes to like dealing with their chaotic nature. So if they are allowed to, if the thing that they're doing is less fun than the thing you promise, they're more likely to go with what you're what you want them to do. And also you learn or already know the stuff that Brasz had with like chaos and unable to be controlled or ordered around. There's no organization, which also goes against what you have experienced in both the before burning of Baldur's Gate and going back into it. Also, a lot of them have high resistance to magic effects, so it's harder for you to use magic against them when they're able to have really good saving throws against it.
Okay.
And then there's the daily thing where you're spending the 10 minutes or so, right? Or an hour to do your spell.
I'll have to remember which one. Was it? Yeah, forbiddance. Every 30 days. Passing time 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it's 10 minutes every day.
And your study of Orcus didn't really find anything you didn't know. So just like Demon Prince of Undeath, very anti-Raven Queen, where wants to bring back the dead to have it do what he wants. And there are cults that follow Orcus, those who want to bring Orcus back and bring it to the material plane from the abyss and just wreak havoc with the undead. A lot of people practice necromancy around who follow that practice. But I'll say that you find that there is an item that is specifically tied to Orcus. That is very strong. It is unfound. It's lost to wherever people are searching for it, both good and bad people. But it is called the Wand of Orcus.
Okay.
Sweet.
I think, I don't know. It's like 10 minutes to the spell, like 8 hours or so of learning the language. I guess I would maybe go out of it and try to find orcs or someone who speaks orc. So I'll make it a little bit better. And then the evening research, and then kind of before bed, just try to get more in tune with the Raven Queen.
So you want to find a native orc speaker so you can learn the basic swear words and orc cuss.
Yes. Yes. Indubitably.
Right. Okay. Who's next?
Who's left?
Delta and Khalas.
I can be next, I guess.
Okay.
So, like I said, I wanted to study the spellbook. I don't remember. Did you send me what spells were in it?
It isn't. It looked like a spellbook when you first got it, but it is not itself a spellbook. It is a magic item.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I spent time with that, figuring that out, and then, like I said, probably spend some time in the wizard area, doing a number of things, from some more research to see if there's anything that I can find that Brasz didn't have access to, regarding demons. I would like to. Last time we were here, when we had all the money and we bought the house, I also wrote copied out some of my research stuff into a book for the library here. I think I want to write some short stories of some of our adventures in a book and make a copy for the library here. And maybe we can sell it and it can fund more things. I don't know. And then the other thing that I want to do is get some books, and I think Khalas is the one that speaks. What is the demon language called again?
I speak Infernal, Abyssal,
What's the one that they were speaking in Baldur's Gate?
I think it was Abyssal? Or was it Infernal?
It was Abyssal.
Okay.
It's demons
that's
come from the abyss and they speak Abyssal.
That's the one that I want to start learning. So, like, it's in books, and then Khalas can help me practice some.
Then do devils speak Infernal?
Yes.
I think that's probably a pretty good overview of, like, my general priorities.
Do you want this book to be strictly for the library, or do you want to try and sell the book?
Both.
Okay.
Well, I suppose, like, I want it to be interesting. So I would lean more towards something that would be sellable, but also I want to give the library one.
Okay.
For historical purposes. Posterity.
All right. I'll have you roll a performance to see how well you can sell the book.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
Okay.
Much better.
All right. So you write out the book, and like you're like, yeah, that's really good. I like it. That's really detailed of all the things, like you being. Think about all the things that you did, and include all the food items that you purchased and all the meals that you ate and stuff like that. And you take it to a publisher, and they're like, I'm gonna edit this a bit, and they take out a bunch of details and leave in like the more important things, the more exciting things. And so yeah, you were able to, with the help of a publisher, you're able to sell a book based on your adventures. And since like the few are pretty popular now, getting the word out is good. People know, and people want to hear more about all of you. What do you want your book to be called?
Good lord.
I can give you some time to think about that.
Yes, I will
Okay.
think about it.
Okay. Roll 2d100. Okay. So you make selling this book, since you rolled very well with performance, you make in the month that you have this time 65 gold and 5 platinum. All right, Khalas, I believe you were up.
Yes. During this month, Khalas is going to. Was it the High Priest of Helm said he would send someone to come and check on Vasid daily, right? Do
Yeah.
prayers and stuff with
Yeah.
Vasid. So Khalas would be helping with that, taking part in prayers with Vasid. And then she would be can't talk to the order here. I think she would be doing some volunteer work at the temple. Helping in any way. Both the Temple of Helm, just payment for having a clergyman come and do prayers with Vasid every day because he can't go into the temple. And also, donating labor and time and stuff, helping with tasks at the Temple of Tyr. I think she would also want to go to she would probably at some point go to the library to read up on Orcus and the demons. And trying to learn more about I guess the Blood War would probably be what she would be focusing on.
Okay. So you can roll a history or religion check with that research. And while you're doing that, you do get information from the High Priest. Like, it does take a little bit of time, like longer than he first thought. But after a week, he's able to give you information, the information that things that might influence your granddad in such a way. And he has this list of spells because he doesn't think that it's anything physical. It has to be magical. So on one of the days where they have clergymen show up and help Vasid with his various things, Vasid just kind of like lets stuff happen. Like, he just old man in a house living the life, has regular visits, thinks it's like an old friend visiting kind of thing. But the clergyman will bring Khalas aside and say, I believe it's some spells. Some of these can be cast by clerics and paladins. Some has to be like very strong wizards can do this. But the spell command, suggestion, compulsion, geish, mass suggestion, and like feeble mind. But that's a bit higher up. I don't know of anyone now with that kind of power. Like, everyone's weaker because of the drain.
Well, for feeble mind, can that be self-cast? Can you cast that on yourself?
Yeah, you can cast any of these on yourself.
Vasid was high enough. He was strong enough, even after the loss of power, to still be able to cast high-level spells. To still be able, he still had a lot of power, so he might have self-casted. I don't know why anyone would cast. Well, what does feeble mind do?
I'm gonna roll you back there a sec. Did you say he was able to cast a spell after the drain?
I believe so, yeah. He was strong enough to destroy an artifact that we had brought him.
Okay, that's a lot all at once. I'm gonna have to tell Kathir about that. That's, first of all, that's crazy. I don't know anyone who can do that.
I thought that was a normal high-level priest thing, is it not?
Right, but none
Like,
of
I
us can
thought that
do
was-
that now. Like, we don't have reports. Like, everyone says that they're not able to cast spells that high anymore. We're trying. You, the few, are going out and getting these powers back, yeah?
Yes.
So no one is able to do that right now. But once we get that artifacts destroyed and the power comes back, yeah, we'll be able to do that. But no one's been able to cast that strong. Speaking of strong casting, it also could be the effects of a wish spell. Wish is very strong and it can do a lot of different things.
Who can cast wish?
Again, it's high. You'd have to be a very high spellcaster. It's the 9th level. It's the very high level of spellcasting slots.
But so, like, why? Why would they do that then?
As something must be in his head that they don't want seen or heard.
Would any of those spells make you age rapidly?
I mean,
Like,
wish might be able to. It's a very strong spell. Gathir thinks there's a bit of a gish going on because he reported the man had headaches when they tried to heal him.
You think what is going on? Geish?
Gish, yeah. The spell, it compels the person you cast it on to do the thing that you want them to do, or they have really bad headaches all of a sudden. It could kill a person if they're not strong enough.
Can all of these spells be stacked?
Oh yeah. I mean, there are concentration things, but there are components that you can like put on items to have the things be concentrating for you, but that's not our territory.
There. There was a magic that we sensed on him. Let's see if I have that anywhere. I can't remember what the magic we sensed on him was.
Magic of friendship.
No,
Bird.
it's like a bit of abjuration, I think.
Yeah, I think abjuration sounds familiar, but was that on him or was that on the room?
I can't remember. There was, yes, I think it was aberration on the room. Like, the room was summoned. We knew that, like a dimension door or something. But he had magic on him that somebody was able to detect.
found an aberration magic cast on him, but cannot be identified what kind of magic. And the room has is a conjured room, but he had abjuration magic on him directly.
Okay, so he had abjuration on him. So
But we couldn't identify what kind.
yes, but we knew it was abjuration was the type, but we couldn't identify like the spell type or what spell. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So we detected aberration magic on him when we first found him. He was in a room that was conjured, and he was asleep, like magically put to sleep. And we woke him up, and he had no memory. He didn't know about what happened to Baldur's Gate.
I mean,
Didn't
he
even remember his name.
us at first.
Yeah, he didn't remember us. He barely remembered Khalas, myself. He barely remembered me, but it was only after I said the name. But he had an abjuration magic on him. Are any of those spells abjuration?
Yeah, so you only detected abjuration. You didn't detect any other kind of magic specifically on him.
Not that we could tell. No, we could only detect abjuration, and then the room was giving a conjuration.
All right. So it sounds like someone is trying to protect either him or those around him from something, because the magics that is controlling him or giving him this kind of mind fuckery, as it were, pardon my language, it's more of an enchantment magic, but it could be the fact that the abjuration magic is on him. It's protecting you from detecting other kinds of magic.
Abjuration is hiding the other magic, you think?
Yeah, it could be like a protection spell to prevent you from finding out the truth. So it sounds like someone's really trying to hide something from either him or anyone he talks to.
Do you have an idea of what spell that could be? That could be the abjuration?
This is more of a wizard kind of thing. If you want to go to the wizard quarter, or we could just send someone over to do research for you, we could do that. But it'll take some time. We're not quite versed in that kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess. I know Delta's able to. My comrade is able to go to the wizard tower, so I'm sure she'd be up to helping with some extra research. I know she's going there several times, so interesting.
Does this guy have any major enemies, or who is he just some guy? He seems like a nice guy.
He was a member of the order. He's a high-ranking member of the order. He's a vindicator.
So a lot of enemies.
Yes, I mean he was a cleric. I think he was a cleric. What was he? Was he a cleric? Yeah, he was a cleric.
So possibly a lot of enemies from the Order. Sounds like if he went out and messed with people's lives, maybe there would be some vindication against him. The fact that he can cast very high-level spells is another issue entirely, but I don't know if you want to get into that right now. Maybe the information that he's hiding, or somebody's hiding in there, is why he's able to do these things. And he's resistant to being healed, is so High Priest informed me, which is not a good thing because we can't really get in there if he doesn't want it. We could also cause him a lot of pain if we do try it. And you could try removing the magic yourself, though it could be dangerous to those who try. I mean, it sounds like this is some really powerful stuff. This magic is too far.
Again, like, this had to have been cast. This was cast, like, after the wipe. So who would have strong enough magic to cast this?
Is anyone else that you've encountered had these abilities? Or had the magical ability to cast certain kind of high-level spells?
Yes. I have found, in my memory, one person that we just encountered that was very terrifying. They were able to use... She had pointed and said a word, and my comrade died. My comrade just fell over, collapsed. Is that a strong level ability?
Yeah. There are clerics who are able to very much kill people with one word.
Clerics? Is it only a cleric spell?
I have to get back to you on that, but I do know that clerics are able to do so.
Well, that was the only other person that I've seen that's been able to do any kind of high-level magics.
Well, there's a lead. I wouldn't say it's a very safe lead because you just described a high-level spell. The spell is Power World Kill. And I don't know if I would recommend anyone going after that person.
No, definitely not. We ran away.
So, with great care, maybe look after them or look into that. Probably not directly, but something to do with that. If someone else is able to really harness that kind of high-level magic, that's your best bet. Short of just like dispelling it and risking your own lives to try and save him.
I have another question, a bit off topic, but a bit same.
All right.
That mass suggestion. How does that spell work?
Well, it's like it said, a lot of people need to be in an area to use it. It's like suggestion, only stronger and multiple people. It doesn't last that long. Roughly a day or so, depending on if you carry out the suggestion.
Does it continue going if you don't carry out the suggestion?
No, it just lasts for a day.
And by people, do you mean just sentient beings, humanoids, or can it be cast on intelligent creatures?
It can be cast on any kind of creature. It doesn't have to be intelligent.
So possibly demons?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. I greatly appreciate your information.
Yeah, we can get back
Expertise
to
on
you
this.
on the spells you asked, like the abjuration and whatnot.
Yes. I will
guys to come and at least maybe we'll try to keep doing prayers.
Okay. So the clergyman will say goodbye for the day. You'll be seeing him tomorrow to take care of his seed. But takes off and leave you with your party.
Yeah, I will talk to Delta about the research, about researching those kinds of spells, like the powerful spells, and the wish spell.
Add it to my list.
And the fact that like an abjuration is cast to potentially protect and hide the other spells that are cast on him. And then I'm adding another red thread that perhaps the lady has, I guess I'd talk to the entire group about this discovery of no one in all of Faerun that we know of has enough power to use high level spells. We're talking like 9th level spells. At least that's what the high priest of Helm is.
What could the demons?
Well, that's the thing. That lady, that horrible woman, used a very powerful spell. She pointed at you, Delta, and said a word, and you died. You fell down. And she somehow was able to use a very high level spell. And one of the spells that the priest had said was their spells like command, suggestion, compulsion, and then there are stronger spells that really nobody has the ability to cast currently because of all of the lost power.
Well, but
is Gauge and mass suggestion. Mass suggestion can be cast on demons. That could be how she was controlling the demons and the fiends, like the devils.
do we know that we were level 20 and forgot everything?
You know that memories were lost, and you know that there are records of the time that was lost, and there is a lot of confusion about what was real and what wasn't. And so there was a lot at the beginning, but you do know that high-level spells do exist. You just are unable to harness the magic.
Yeah. And we also know that we must have been high level because the information we got from the Order of the Gauntlet like a year ago, that whole big event was the Battle of a Tarask that took place in the Anarok Desert, and it was a powerful enemy called a World Eater, and that's why we were at that dinner when we lost our memories.
Anyway, the point that I was trying to make is there were once people who could do it, and we know that everyone here was affected. But what if it was cast by someone who was not here? Or if somebody was with the demons, they could cast it and not affect themselves.
You mean somebody who is in a different plane?
Potentially. Or just someone who cast we don't know how we lost our memories. But if it was some sort of spell or ritual or whatever, I can cast spells and choose not to have them hit you or whoever else that is friendly to me within that space. And if it is something that affects the entire plane, and you have that ability to choose to not have it affect certain people,
I mean, sure.
I
Yeah.
feel like clearly it is. Okay, we have determined that could be multiple spells at the same time, correct?
Yes. That
Okay.
there could be a stack.
At least one of those has to be from the bad people. From people who have some kind of grief with him. Because those are the only people who would have access to that level of spell. And my guess would be the rest of them are trying to counteract that spell and either, like, save him in some way or some knowledge that he has, or protect him from them and from them knowing he is still alive.
I mean, that's a possibility. That's the thing. We don't know. He had that kind of power, so it's hard for me to tell if, like, how many were he maybe self-cast, and how many were cast on him by somebody else.
If he was affected by the spell like everyone else,
He didn't lose power. We saw him. We came when we first came to Baldur's Gate before the demon attack. He was able to just destroy that ring by himself. There was no fancy, like, all the priests getting together. He was like, oh, let me see that. And then he just crushed it in his hand.
maybe that's
He had
what
that
they
power. Like, how many were self-cast by him? Because he had that kind of power to cast those high-level spells. And how many were cast by an enemy? We don't know. We don't know how much we need to remove, how much...
But we do know that both... It's strongly likely that both exist simultaneously.
Yes, I think that is fair to say. There is some reason why whoever cast the bad spells on him, they clearly weren't strong enough to defeat him. I mean, otherwise he would be dead. He wouldn't be alive. And
But also he wasn't completely strong enough to overcome them.
yeah,
And clearly in protecting himself, like,
self not a
has
threat.
aged or something.
Yeah, he's made himself just a weak, feeble-minded old man, not a threat, like he was. But why? I don't know if I should just leave him as is, or if I should try and help him and remove whatever is ailing him, whatever is...
I mean, I feel like for now, at least, temporarily, it is safer for him to remain the way he is until we have more information.
Where are we headed to next?
I am the wrong person to ask. I cannot get the name right for the life of me. It is way far to the east with the red ball cap beaver looking drawing.
Where was the order again?
Little Dallas is where we're going next. We're supposed to
There.
ask them if they want to create
A portal
as well.
for the network.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, after Colossus meeting, they were going to set up something somewhere further east. I want to say Westgate, but I don't entirely know if that's correct. I just remember we gave them money to use to go and set up a new, like, home base area.
Yeah. I just don't remember where. Gosh, I had looked this up last week too, and I had remembered and didn't write it down. I don't remember where they were going. I want to say it was in a desert.
Skuld.
Was
Skuld.
It?
Not that far east.
It was pretty far.
It was just north of it.
Well, that's where there was a group there of, like, Helm or something. Not Helm. I don't know. Somebody similar. But I vaguely remember it being, like, close-ish to Starmantle, which is why I say Westgate.
Oh, I know what I wrote it in. I wrote it in the horn. I think. Nope.
Well, we can look that up in a bit and get back to that next time. So you are Khalas, you said you were doing research. You pretty much learned the same things that Guryev did about Orcus, because you rolled about the same. We'll probably get more on, like, Vasid's condition next time, and I know it'll probably affect what you do in these 30 days, but what else, if anything, you'd like to do in this time?
I think I'm gonna take Vasid around the area, around the city, and check out all the things, see if anything he enjoys. I'll let him wander for a little bit in city, just follow him safely and make sure he's safe and where he goes. As I just let him wander and I follow him.
Peepaw enrichment time.
Yeah. I'll take him to the places that we own, so that he can help, volunteer if he wants. But basically, I want to know where The order is because I want to talk to the group about going there first so that I can leave the seed with the order, with the members of the order that are in hiding. Because if the seed needs to hide, well, better for him to be around people who are also hiding.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. It's not like you won't be able to access him again if you need him or find an answer to happen.
Yeah, and I don't feel comfortable leaving him here in Waterdeep, especially with that scary lady
Across the street, yeah.
Well, he will, like, if you just let him wander, he mostly goes, like, where he goes to restaurants, doesn't really, like, want to eat anything specifically, just, like, experience the smells and the sights. And he goes to, like, the park areas, places that have a lot of green or looks kind of similar in a way, just like parks all kind of look the same. And he also goes and wanders to the harbor where he can look out in the sea. So all this kind of falls into habits or familiarity with things that aren't specific. So, like, food is pretty not specific, where it's just like you can get this kind of food anywhere. Parks, greenery, that kind of thing. There are these things just everywhere, and the sea is kind of a general thing. If you go within, like, the temples or houses or, like, the manors, libraries, that kind of thing, he kind of, like, loses interest. These things are kind of specific to the area, but he goes and wanders to places that are more, like, general things you can find elsewhere.
I was gonna say, like, my God, he's been turned into an NPC. It was. So you're saying he's kind of not doing anything notable, and it's kind of notable.
Yes. So you're attempting to, like, let him lead the way because you want to learn more about where he's going, but it's kind of doing the opposite, where it's kind of frustrating.
Feels like it's, like, backfired. Like, whatever was the intention, like, it sounds like it, like, not backfired, but like it, like there wasn't enough power to be as specific as they needed it to be, so they just did everything.
Or
it sounds like maybe he just doesn't fully understand where he is. Like, he thinks he's somewhere else, and he doesn't go these specific places because he doesn't recognize them, but the more general ones, he's like, oh, I've been to a park. There's a park here.
is he kind of making that kind of commentary? Like, I remember parks. Or is it just like, oh, nice?
He says things like, I miss blank, like, I miss this kind of food. If he goes to a park, he says, like, I enjoy the sight of, like, greenery and living vegetation. If he goes to, like, the sea, he doesn't say anything. It's more of like he takes a deep breath to smell the sea air.
Interesting. But it's repeatable. Is he saying these comments every time we go to those locations?
Yeah, it's not always exactly the same, but it's the same vague comments on where you are at.
It's like a person who knows they're being followed and they're purposely trying to mislead whoever may be following them. I guess that's kind of what first comes to mind.
it's triggering a memory, but not a specific memory. And it's not even like a memory with details. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
I guess not really like triggering a memory, but like mentions of things that are general. He doesn't say like I miss seeing this place, or he doesn't miss like a very specific item from somewhere. He just says he misses blank. Like he misses like more trees, or he misses like the random cheese. Like it's weird how he just kind of like avoids the subject without intending.
Yeah. Almost like a self-censoring kind of thing. Like yeah, okay. Got it.
Do you want to make a intelligence or wisdom check? Kind of just
Absolutely.
determine what is going on?
Yes, please. Just a wisdom?
Either one. Intelligence or wisdom.
20.
Okay. Your thoughts and kind of bringing up background kind of thing, this feels like trauma. This is not self-censoring, but accidental avoiding trauma or triggering effects.
It's avoiding trauma.
Determining like from your encounter at the temple where he was like avoiding going there, like when you tried to like lead him, he kind of like veer off one way or the other, and then at the temple he just outright avoided walking inside. This is like something is protecting something from triggering.
This might be a nothing question. Or not a nothing question, but a nothing assistance, a nothing connection. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't think Katla didn't trust everybody when we were going through the desert. But I think if Khalas like shares like sort of like this like always towards water, always towards green things, away from cities and that type of thing. It's kind of reminding me of like the I feel like there's a connection somehow to the city of Shade, and how we saw like it's a city and there's like a lot of temples and it was supposedly like taken over and overrun by like bad magic, right? And at the time Katla wouldn't have shared it, but I feel like by this point, if Khalas was like mentioning this, or if the city of Shade at all came up, like Lady Riona was like constantly sending spells and like saying like do not go there, like we need to avoid that as much as possible, like get out of the desert, like you're gonna like you can die there, like it's gonna be very bad for you.
It was the city of Shade, like in the desert, the Anorak desert.
The one that we were walking towards for a while and realized the perception was fucked.
Yeah. City of Shade, very bad.
Very, very bad.
I mean, Khalas would definitely be like sharing, at least with Katla, because Katla went with her to the temple, Katla and Brasz.
Mm-hmm.
So you were kind of there hearing like what,
like the type of conversation and
yeah.
I imagine like if you felt like the need to have like an additional bodyguard or something like that, Katla would like go with you between shifts or something. I don't know, that might be a nothing connection. I'm not sure it is, but like I also am very prone, like me, Maggie, very prone to making connections that aren't real. So, but like there's just something about like like cityscape, and it's in the desert, and it was very bad, and there's a lot of powerful magic around it, and it was something that I was specifically warned against going to. But Katla didn't trust everybody yet.
You were advised by your advisor to not go.
Yeah. Who got her butt kicked by the scary goth lady.
Yeah, but she was fine, and then she wasn't. Then she turned into a coin, or there was a coin, and she's gone. Could be connected. I mean, it could be connected that our advisors
Are both
dealing with
absent.
something. Yeah, they're both absent. And they were both very powerful. But not powerful enough. That's not great.
But I mean, they're clearly afraid of, like, more powerful people in groups. Or else why get rid of everyone's memory?
Yeah. But it wasn't just our memories, it was
So
allegedly our powers too. Well, I think the loss at the end of the month would just suggest, like, going to where the order is. I know it was a city or a town or something. Figure that out, but and bringing Vasid so that we can leave him there because I don't want to leave him in Waterdeep. And that would mean that either we would need to get a carriage or try and teleport as close as we can to that area.
backpack leash.
True.
Tie it to your waist.
Shove him in a bag of holding, but just have his little head stick out.
The kind where it's a monkey and the leash is its tail.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the ones with they're a lion? Those ones are cute. I've only seen like a couple of them.
Alright, so everyone will, I'm sure we'll go more into what happens this month next time. And you'll have some time to think about what you learned and what you further want to learn. But I want everyone who did any amount of research to make an investigation roll.
Not me.
Can we add our luck to it as a... Oh, damn, Amanda.
I did all the research.
It just was like in there 12 hours a day.
I mean, I did say I was going to research.
water.
Is this a roll where the highest gets the information, or does everybody get a little bit?
Well, I'm sure Delta will share this information because it's like a stark fact. So you're all doing your research. You're all going in, whether it's every day or every once in a while, and looking up your... Most of you are looking up demons. Some of you are looking up Orcus, and just thorough research. You're really getting into there, and you all have all have found something, and it's not really what you have found, it's what you have not found that's more strange. And Delta, you really notice this as you are spending this time in Waterdeep, and you're book smart and you're constantly in libraries. You're getting as much in time with books as you can. You notice you do not find any amount of information on the Lady Ardors. Every single thing you look up, you cannot find any information about her or her name in anything you read. And that's where we'll end the session.
Dun, dun, dun.
Obviously an alias. Like Cher. Prince.
Well,
That's not
Delta even, like, I would say, would think of, oh, it's obviously not her real name. You can't find anything. Like, looking up the owner of that house, no mention of it. No mention of anyone owning it.
Oh, wild.